Sports Network brings you this special presentation. Event coverage starts now.
And happy Valentine's Day night. And welcome to the Cardinals Sports Network's presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. For tonight, we have a Region 14 Conference men's basketball game between the Cardinals, ranked number 7 nationally, and the Bossier Parish Cavaliers. The Cardinals coming to tonight's game 22-3 on the season, 13-1 in conference play. Bossier Parish comes in 14-10 overall, 7-7 overall, and including those 7 losses, is an 89-81 loss to the Cardinals a couple of weeks ago in Bossier City. I am Benny Rogers, the Sports Information Officer here at the college, and I'm joined by Tim Howard. And as I bring Tim in, Tim, the Cardinals have got the conference race under control at this point. They're 2 games up on Tyler coming into tonight and 3 games up on Parish, and they've already defeated Tyler, so in essence it's a 3-game lead. With 6 games to go, they've got a great opportunity to go into the Region 14 tournament as the number 1 seed if they just take care of business.
Yeah, and Trinity Valley has that 5-game winning streak that they bring to the floor tonight, trying to just continue to protect home court advantage. And boy, what about this team, Benny? They played really well, 22-3 on the year, and like I said, 13-1 in conference.
Well, and I just tell you, with the performance they had Saturday at Parish, winning 71-44, holding a Parish team who came in here to Cardinal Gym and scored 96 points to 16 points in the first half Saturday.
Impressive, and when you think about that Parish team comes in 21-4 or 21-3 at that time, and that's not an easy task, and they were up to the challenge.
You know, the Cardinals are starting to position themselves to be in the conversation for the national tournament. If they were not to win the regional tournament, they're starting to move themselves into the conversation for one of those 8 at-large berths that will be handed out upon the end of the season. And that's not something Guy Furr or the Cardinals even want to talk about or think about, but I'm just talking about us looking at the big picture. That's kind of where they're positioning themselves now.
They really have, and that's a credit to all the hard work that they've done to get to this point. Of course, they've kind of control their own destiny right now. Let them see what they can do and step by step finish the season strong.
The Cardinals come in averaging 88.5 points a game, giving up 65.9. Bossier Parish comes in averaging 76.1 and giving up 61.6. The Cardinals are shooting 47.5 from the floor, 35.3 from three-point range, and 70.6 from the free throw line. A very good shooting team. And as far as Bossier Parish, they come 42.6 from the floor, 35.3 from three-point range, and 68.4 from the free throw line. So all signs point towards a shootout in this one. But, man, it would be great, and you'd love to see, if you're a Cardinal fan, them come out and play some shutdown defense like they played Saturday against Parish.
And that is, we talk about that repeatedly. Defense is you can win a championship with a good defensive team because it opens everything up. It opens up the fast break. It opens up, the opportunity to penetrate, kick out for a 3, and so much more.
The Cardinals are playing Bossier Parish tonight, as we mentioned, and then Saturday they've got Panola coming here for our 4 p.m. contest, which we will have for you here on the Cardinal Sports Network. And this is a Panola team that kind of struggled early on in the conference race, but it seems like it's starting to hit a little stride now as they head closer to the regional tournament. And we've seen Panola be a factor at the regional tournament the last couple of seasons. As you see tonight's schedule, Parish is at Navarro. That'll be an interesting game to see how it turns out. And Kilgore-Tyler, of course, is always interesting over in Wagstaff.
Yeah, you mentioned that Panola's been on a roll. They've won 4 in a row themselves, so that will be an interesting matchup. Of course, both have interesting matchups tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
It's really going to be. I'm looking forward to this one. Guy Furr's in his 16th season at the college, his second as head coach. He led the Cardinals to a 24-7 record last year. He is 46-10 up to this point as the head coach of the Cardinals. Chris Lovell's in his 2nd season at Bossier Parish and had the Cavaliers playing awfully good basketball early on, and they got derailed just a little bit, and they're now 7-7 in conference play.
Well, it'll be more of the same with that Region 14. Just you talk about how top heavy it is in the north, and
she's got the right idea.
She is. I'm taking notes. As soon as this one's over, I think I'm gonna be doing that exactly.
And I'm guessing those folks are from Brownsboro, Texas, because that's a Brownsboro cap he's got on. Even that he's a Brownsboro fan.
Representing.
There you go.
You gotta love the energy there. Hey, we're glad to have you joining us here tonight in Athens, Texas, home of Trinity Valley. The Cardinals about to host Bossier Parish.
The first time these two teams played, it was like I mentioned, it was 89-81 Lady Cardinals. Mitchell had 26 for the Cardinals, Phillips had 23, and Parish had 19. So the big three came through in that game.
Yeah.
McDaniel had 30 for the Cavaliers, so he's one that got no guy further. The Cardinals are going to keep special attention to tonight.
You got to keep a hand in his face and a body on him at all times. He will light up that scoreboard, as we've seen. But again, going back to it, the Cardinals have played some impressive defense as of late. Look for more of the same tonight.
Cardinals will be decked out in their all-white tonight with red numerals and red numbers. Numbers and numerals are the same thing. Yes, they are.
Is there a synonym?
They are probably the same thing now that I say that.
I can't take a shot at you. I mean, you've bailed me out 1,000 times. And speaking of which, thank you and Joe Ellerson last week helping me make it through a night. Trust me, no one wanted me around here. We'll just leave it at that.
I know when you called to tell me you weren't going to be here, I knew that I didn't want you around me the way you sounded.
Who is that guy pretending to be tonight? But I really appreciate everybody stepping up to make that happen.
We're about to turn it over to public address announcer Harold Jones for the introduction of the starting lineups, and then we'll be underway here from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym on this Valentine's Day night. In 2018, the Cardinals trying to win their 23rd game of the season, having gone 24-7 last year. So, like I said, they have really got themselves in position for extending this season beyond even the regional tournament if they can just hold forth.
Yeah.
And they are ranked number 7 nationally coming into tonight's contest. And now we will turn it over to Harold Jones of Public
Good evening,
announcer.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Leon Spencer Court at the Cardinal Gym for tonight's game, featuring the Bossier Parish Cavaliers and your Trinity Valley Cardinals. The National Junior College Athletic Association, Region 14, and TVCC promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments or actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. TVCC thanks you for your cooperation. Now the starting lineup for the Cavaliers. From Dallas, Texas, number 2, Tim Collins.
Collins is averaging 9.1 points. He's got 28 three-pointers on the season.
From Kansas City, Missouri, number 3, Desmond McDaniel.
McDaniel's averaging 16.1
From Baton Rouge,
points.
Louisiana, number 20, Jason Holiday.
Holiday's averaging 7.9 points a game.
From Dallas, Texas, number 22, Brandon Moore.
Moore's averaging 12.7 points on the season.
And from Nigeria,
rebounds.
number 23, Mubarak Muhammad.
Muhammad's averaging 13.6 points, and he's got
Head coach of the
9.7 rebounds
Cavaliers,
on the
Chris
season.
D. Lavelle. Associate
Chris
head
Lowe's
coach,
in his
Brandon
second season as
Espinosa.
head
Assistant coach,
for Bossier
Paul
Parish,
Harris.
The Cavaliers. Now for the Cardinals.
And now the starting lineup for your Cardinals. A 6'3" sophomore from Rockdale, Texas, number 2, Wendell Mitchell.
Baylor University transfers averaging 20.5 points, 5.8 rebounds, 6.6 assists.
A 6-foot sophomore from Houston, Texas, number 3, Lorenzo Phillips.
Lorenzo's averaging 7.8 points and 3.6 assists, and he's got 36
A
three-pointers.
6'7" sophomore from Columbia, the birthday boy, number 20, Andreas Ibargüen.
Ibargüen's averaging a double-double, 10.5 points and 10.6 rebounds.
A 6'1" sophomore from Bowie, Maryland, number 23, Damari Parish.
Damari's averaging 12.5 points and has hit 24 three-pointers.
And a 6'10" freshman from Modesto, California, number 24, Robinson Adian.
Adian's averaging 4.3 points and 7.6 rebounds.
Assistant coaches Mark
It is
Leslie,
Trinity Valley,
Marcus
7th
Sykes,
ranked, 22-3,
and Hunter
13-1 in conference play. against Bossier Parish. 14-10 on the season, 7-7 in conference play. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. And now with the play-by-play, Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. If you're just tuning in, Trinity Valley leading Region 14 with a clip of 13-1 in conference play. They do have that 2-game lead over Tyler Junior College. Parish Junior College at third with a 10-4. So we're set to jet here from Leon Spencer Court, Trinity Valley campus in Athens, Texas. Should be a fun one tonight, Benny.
Looking forward to it, see if the Cardinals can build off that 71-44 thumping of Parish they had Saturday.
Dean controlling in the circle for the Cardinals. He'll tip it to Bargwin, and here comes Chuck up the floor. Chuck Mitchell, number 2. Wendell Chuck Mitchell. Here's pretty good movement. Down low at Bargwin. Gets the ball up strong. Basket for number 20, Andres Bargwin.
Nice job of getting the ball inside to Bargwin, and you know that's what Guy Ford likes to see on that first possession, getting a good trip.
Excellent job there, moving that ball around, getting it down low to the big fella. Screen up top, help from Adian. Now shot over at Bargwin, won't go. And Robinson, Adian pulls it down. Nice crossover in the paint, kick out. Shot on the way from Phillips is good. 3-pointer from Lorenzo Phillips out of Houston, Texas.
That's his 37th 3-pointer on the season.
So 5-0 the lead here, under a minute gone by in the first half. Drive to the basket. Block taken back from Adian. Robinson Adian. And as you look to the side, Holiday looking for a foul. Look to the official. Robinson, D is strong, and they're going to get a foul on him down low.
Robinson had great position underneath. I think he just panicked just a little bit there. There was a need for the foul. He's upset with himself because he knows just what I said was true. He had position.
He was in a good spot there, and boy, I was impressed. Go back to the couple of moments earlier on that block. Holiday was pleading his case on that sideline even well after the block. Challenged him. First free throw on the way, it's up, and it is good. Count that for Mubarak Muhammad.
See, members of the Cardinal football team have worked their way into the gym, so I'm sure they wrapped up their afternoon practice meal in study hall.
Into Damari. Paris will bring it up the floor.
Damari had 19 points in the 89-81 win at Bossier City a couple of weeks ago.
3-pointer on the way. Count the basket as he strings the nylons here in the early going.
Usually a really good sign when Damari hits that first 3-point attempt.
Boy, a nice touch there from Paris. Cards working defensively. 15 on the shot clock. Got him in the air. Good drive basket. Count it.
That was a good, strong move by Muhammad. He made his mind up. He lowered his shoulder, and he took it to the hoop.
6'8" sophomore out of Nigeria. Count that one. So a little over 2 minutes gone by. Quick scoring pace early going, 8-4.
Yeah, Chuck's put, patting his chest, so that's on me. He just misread what Andres intended down low, and Andres and he were on the same page.
So they will take an opportunity here. Check out on the ball. Good perimeter movement. They're going to get steps as that one is called on Tim Collins.
Hey, Tim, we'd like to thank the Bossier Parish fans that we know we've got looking in tonight, and we appreciate having you joining us here on the Cardinal Sports Network for this Region 14 conference game.
Absolutely. Welcome to the broadcast here. So under 17 and a half, it'll be Phillips up the floor. Paris sets it back up as Lorenzo will try and work it down low, gets it to a Bargwin. Pass inside to Adian for the dunk. Robinson, Adian.
This would be great analysis here, Tim. He doesn't miss many of those.
Well, I was going to say, he brought the thunder with that one. So 10-4, Cards up here. 3 minutes gone by. Good strong move. And an offensive foul. Paris gets set underneath. So Damari Gets underneath. Good job there. No basket.
And Shanike is going to check into the contest for the first time for the Cardinals because he's already signed with Wichita State. He would love to get to go to Hutch and be next door to Wichita, Kansas when he goes through there. I think, as a matter of fact, the Cardinals will probably work out at Wichita State if they got an opportunity to go to Hutch.
Yeah, so that's definitely something worthwhile there for the Cards. Parish looks down low to Bargwin. Back outside to Phillips. Shot. It's going to be a foul, looks like, on Ichinike.
No, it's going to be a 3-second call on Anderson Bargwin. He never cleared out.
With the Cardinals getting that violation, it's still 10-4 here. So.
Probably a 5-second call, but
yeah, there was a lot of time in the paint that time. Boy, talk about physicality. They are playing, banging down low here in the early going. Trying to get Cards off on a switch there. Drive to the basket. Shot. Muhammad. It's good.
Nice left-handed jumper, Tim.
Nice touch there from the big fella.
Shot clock was down to about 3.
Didn't panic. They just continued to move the ball around. Good touch. Parish trying to create. Shot on the way is good. He had a foot on the line. About as far back as you can go without being a three-pointer. Just towed the line there. It's his 5th point here in the early moments of this one. That's off the mark. Rebound, Phillips. He's going to accelerate up the floor. Jaime Ichinike. Jamie with a basket. Nice touch there from Ichinike.
5 Cardinals now in the scoring column.
Really working hard up top to make the Cavs battle to find a perimeter.
Tim, one thing I have noticed from this Cardinal team that we haven't seen a lot early this year necessarily is how their defensive intensity has picked up to start the game. Well, usually we've seen them get stronger as the game goes on, but I know against Parish Saturday they had great defensive effort from the start, and I'm seeing that tonight as well.
Absolutely. It's really turned up the pressure all the way, and it's led to good things as they lead 14-6 here.
They've got the ability to score because their average is 88.5, and if they throw some defense up there with that number, that's going to be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, they've even on the shot selection for the Cavs thus far. Inbound, nice job. It's knocked away on the baseline, out of bounds. Still Trinity Valley basketball. Cardinals in the home white tonight. Out top to Phillips. Throws up a long 3. That's off the mark and over the backboard.
It's off a lot of things.
Not the way he designed it. We'll leave it at that. When it left his hand, it kind of carried on him. So Phillips, well, he's been a lot of fun to watch over the last couple of years, though, hasn't he?
Oh, he definitely has. He really has. And he's really come into his own this season.
And tough D out top. Triple team there at the stripe. The Bargwin comes up. Kick out for 3. With a hand in the face, no good. Ichinike is going to draw a foul.
They're going to get Juari over the back.
So the Cardinals looking good here as coming into the ball game. It's going to be Freeman.
6-foot freshman out of Lamar, Texas, averaging 4.3 this season, scoring-wise.
So Freeman entering the ballgame. You got Paris, Adian, Ichinike, and Mitchell all on the floor for the Cardinals with under 14 to go in the first half. Pass down low, knocked away off of Robinson again. We got a media timeout, I believe, coming at the 13:46 mark here.
We will check the Cardinal scoring here at this media timeout. Damari Parish leads the way with 5. Edison has 2. Ichinike has 2. Bargwin has 2. And Lorenzo Phillips has 3. Chuck Mitchell yet to score. He averages 20.5 on the season, so we know it's just a matter of time before he gets cranked up, and when he does, that's when the Cardinals should be able to take off.
Yeah, they have done a real good job even keeping him from getting the ball on the inbounds. We've noticed Parish bringing the ball down there, just blanketing him. And, but, you know, like you said, once he gets on track, they are really tough to stop.
The first time these two teams played, Mitchell had 26, Phillips had 23, and Parish had 19. So they were the big three for the Cardinals in that 89-81 win a couple of weeks ago.
And continuing to start at a high clip here with the early lead.
I really just like what I'm seeing defensively from the Cardinals, and I kind of thought that was lacking from the their game early on this season. They would play in spurts and everything, but Saturday was nothing but a complete defensive game. When you hold a team to 44 points on their home floor that's lit you up for 96 earlier, that's an impressive defensive performance. And I'd like to see that again tonight from a Cardinal perspective.
Absolutely. You've seen just the impact that defense has, and coming out of the timeout, looks like they're ready to pick up here in a press, half-court press. Baseline drive, nice hang.
Oh.
Wow, great job that time by Collins.
Got the bounce on my net.
Tim Collins hanging, gets the basket. So now 14-8. Mitchell, nice pass inside from Robinson again.
And there's Mitchell's first points of the contest, but it was a great pass.
And how about the angle? He just cuts to the basket, perfectly executed. Cards doubling up here in the early going. Collins thought about three, now going to get caught for a double dip. Pounded the pebble twice there for the double dribble. So with just under 13 minutes to go, it's off to a good start for the Cardinals, as they've
want to cash a stop into points.
Absolutely. One of those defining moments of a ball game, you really kind of force that separation. Ichinike going up strong, uses his body.
Nice little body roll that time, used to made famous by Dave Cowens, and then of course Lou Alcindor or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had the sky hook, so that's kind of a mini version of Bo.
Going strong to the basket, and two free throws coming here as it will be Jawara going to the free throw line. Fouls called against, was that on, let's see. It looks like that's going to be whistled on Freeman.
It is,
okay.
Yes. John Freeman with his
There were three bodies going to protect the paint there, so I wanted to make sure I got the right one. It was Jerome.
First free throw attempt was no good, Tim, and we mentioned that Bossier Parish came in shooting 68.4 from the free throw line. The Cardinals came in shooting 70.6.
The second one to fall, so just denying the inbound even again to.
You see the Cardinals have made a switch here. Parish is going to direct the offense, and Mitchell's going to the shooting guard position.
See what they do if they can get him in execution here. Long three-point shot attempt is good. Count the basket for Freeman, who hangs the net. They'll have to stop the action to throw the ball up there.
He dropped that one in from about 90 feet, and I mean 90 feet above the rim.
It was off that top beam, I do believe. Good pass down low. Kick out shot won't go. Last touched by, I believe, the Cavs. Yes, it will be Cardinal basketball.
That's a great exchange by the Cardinals. You get a stop and you come down and then you make them pay with a three. But it was interesting to see what Guy Ferd did that time, and then when he had Parish direct the offense and move Chuck Mitchell to the shooting guard position, trying to free him up maybe just a little bit more.
Give him an opportunity to kind of get more in the flow. And Cards up by 12 with 11:59 to go. Up 12 with just under 12 to go in the first half. Good start out of the blocks.
Absolutely a good start, Tim. Sorry about stepping on you there, but the thing is, and I'll harp on it again, is the defense I'm seeing the Cardinals play tonight, because there's just so many times this season when they've left you a little frustrated by the fact that in a 40-minute game they may play defense about 12 of those, and they played a 40-minute game of defense against Parish, and so far from what we've seen here, they played the first half defensively very well.
Absolutely, and they continue to force that pressure. It makes it really difficult. The things you take for granted in a basketball game all of a sudden become, getting it over the timeline, getting it over half court, that eating into your shot clock. And
Jarris Robertson has checked into the game for the Cardinals, number 14, a walk-on freshman from DeSoto. In the last home game, we saw him enable the Cardinals to break free from Kilgore with 4 3-pointers in a row.
How about that? He was excellent. And speaking of excellent, there's Mitchell with his second basket here. He's got 4 in the first half.
Averaging 20.5 on the season.
Has that soft touch there. Caught the ball in traffic and just floats that one down. Here's a drive to the hoop. Strong off the backboard, won't go. And a foul coming here.
Yes, credit to Muhammad, though. He stayed with the missed shot and drew the foul.
Foul will be called on Miller.
Terry and Miller, who's in the game for the first time. That's 3 team fouls now on each team. Of course, on the men's side, they shoot the 1-and-1 after the 6-team foul.
That rattles off. If Bargwin's coming into the ball game, he'll come on for a DN. So on the floor for Trinity Valley, it's Miller, Bargwin, Mitchell, Robertson, and Freeman.
That's one of the things that makes this Cardinal team so tough to beat in defense is the depth that they have. Guy Furr can go to several different rotations and combinations, and it really causes the other teams problems with the depth that he's got.
It definitely wears down another team, as you see maybe a 7, 8-man rotation on other squads. It's not uncommon to see them go 10 deep, getting a lot of minutes out of that bench. So 11:19 to go. First half, 23-10 the score here. Trinity Valley leading at home tonight.
Mitchell is again taking the reins of the offense.
Three-pointer on the way. Count the basket. Jerron Freeman out of Lamarck.
How many times this season we've seen the Cardinals have somebody step up, maybe somebody one unexpected, and just start knocking down threes, Tim?
My goodness, yeah. There's a hesitation down low, got the man in the air, and then finishes.
Muhammad's a really nice player inside. He's got great body control.
And he's a big body, too. Reminds you a lot of the Bargwin.
Now there's just a throwaway. Miller just threw that one away. There's no need to make that pass.
Terrion got a little bit out of control as he's
Terry knows what he did. I mean, it's no mystery.
Yeah, he's Cards up 14 here. But getting back to the build of Muhammad, he reminds me a lot of Ibargwin. Just real physical player. Good ball movement. And they're going to get him for steps or stepping on that sideline. I didn't see the
There's a running start.
He'd have the 5-step takeoff. Yeah. You're now free for takeoff, clear for takeoff. So just under 10 and a half to go in the first half. Trinity Valley leading over Bossier Parish. Beating the press. They'll get it over the timeline. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Cards want numbers. They'll take the shot. That will go Bargwin battling, but cannot control underneath.
Now, Jerron went to the well once too often, I think, there.
Good ball movement. Back to back.
Cavaliers are hurting themselves.
A little head fake, but moved that pivot foot and got called for the travel.
Phillips is going to check back into the contest for Freeman.
Mitchell checks out as well, so Cheatham and Phillips in the ball game now. Miller in trouble, and he has it stolen away. Reaching foul called here.
Kevin Lucky Cheatham has checked into the contest, and by the way, Tim, yesterday was his birthday.
Man, that's a pretty good thing. You got your birthday, and then you got your Valentine's Day. I think the youngster has got some Had a couple of days of chocolate there.
Under 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Long three won't go. Rebound, Phillips with authority. He's going to push over Alita. Shot won't go. Miller fighting. Can't control it, though. Good rebound underneath from the Cats.
So Robertson can shoot those threes, and he can also miss them.
That's a good move in the paint. Throws him up. Gets the basket. So still 12-point advantage for the Cardinals. Having to beat the press here.
Little sign of life here for the Cavaliers.
Barglin calling for the ball. He had a mismatch underneath, but they couldn't see him. Here's a three on the way. Miller's shot won't go.
Yeah, a guy may want to may look at this lineup here. I'm not sure this is a steady lineup to have on the floor necessarily.
Drive to the basket won't go. Andres Barglin pulls it down. Here comes Lucky Cheatham all the way to the glass. Up and good with a finger roll.
Lucky says, I beg your pardon.
Nicely done. The sophomore out of Memphis, Tennessee, strong to the rack. Robinson will be checking in at the next stoppage of play. Pass underneath. Good hands. Oh, last touch by the Cardinals. So Miller will take a seat. Robinson coming on for Terrion. Long three, shot on the way, won't go. Put back is good.
Oh, that's a nice job of body control by Brandon Moore. Grabbing the rebound, coming from behind and grab the rebound cleanly to get the putback.
Absolutely, nicely done.
12-point game.
Nice pass inside. Robinson up and can't get the three-point opportunity, but going to the free throw line.
Yeah, no look pass that time. Very nicely done.
Oh, man, he made it look easy, too. So going to the free throw line here with 8:18 to go in the opening half of play.
And Chineke is at the table going to check into the contest with the Cardinals after this first free throw attempt, which is no good.
Robinson doesn't get that one to go. Second one on the way, and that was not fall. So Robinson 0 for 2 at the line that time.
Got to hit your free throws.
I'll just drive you crazy on that Cardinals sideline. Nice pass underneath. Armstrong won't go. Here comes Cheatham. Cheatham with the push. Pass to Robinson again. Going up strong. Good body control.
It was great body control.
He caught that ball behind him and pulls it out. That just shows what kind of vertical he's got. I mean, he's got time to, all these guys, when they get it, they've got time to create after they get it, even if it's behind them.
Damari Parish about to check in for the Cardinals.
That one to fall. So as you mentioned, Paris into the ball game. He comes on for Robertson. Robertson, a walk-on out of DeSoto. Had that big game a week ago with 4 3-pointers. 1 for 4 in the last 4 attempts for Edian. Long 3-pointer on the way, won't go. Rebound, Ichinike. So Paris will bring it up. Got a foul on
an offensive foul.
And that's going to be called on, say, 23. Paris called for the.
That'll be the 15th foul against the Cardinals. Bossier Parish with 6. The Cardinals will be shooting. That's going to be 5 team fouls now on the Cardinals.
So with 7:34 to go in the first half of play, Trinity Valley holding on to a 13-point lead, but a nice push from Parish here as they've kind of withstood a strong start, and they've chipped away at it, trying to get back into this thing.
And have a hand check against Ichinike.
Well, that'll be Ichinike's first foul of the night.
It's going to be the 16th foul against the Cardinals, so both teams will be in the 1-and-1.
Long way still to go here in the first half.
translate, he may see a lot of free throw shot this last 7 minutes.
Yeah, indeed. Timeout. They were in trouble getting that thing in on the 5-second clock ticking in the head. He just got that called.
Yeah, Chris Lovell's not too excited about his squad having to use that timeout. Send players in, get in position. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So it'll be a short timeout. The Cardinals up 29-16 with 7:20 left in this first half from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, Region 14 Conference Basketball. Your Cardinals trying to hang on to a 2-game lead over Tyler and a 3-game lead over Parish going into tonight's play.
And as you looked at the start, boy, Trinity Valley's come out really focused, trying to, like we said, protect home court tonight.
Well, they really have, and you've got to remember that Saturday at halftime of that game in Parish, they were up 34-16 at halftime.
Wow.
So that was very impressive, like I said, against a team that put up 96 on you here at Cardinal Gym.
He really, and continuing that even again tonight with a tough D.
It really has been a good defensive effort. The shots that Parish has managed, Bossier Parish has managed to work for, they've done a good job of executing themselves.
Shot from the free throw line.
That young man's impressive now. I'm very impressed with Muhammad.
He's creating, isn't he?
Got a nice left-handed shot.
Now I did not hear him call glass on that, but that's okay because he's been well, spoken the rest of the time.
They put the 2 on the scoreboard as Lorenzo Phillips finds Jamie Ichinike underneath.
How about that? Nice strong move. But like you said, it all came from the good vision and the pass. Ichinike with the slam.
You just got to keep playing defense, and like I said, Bossier Parish is going to get some looks that they create, and the more power to them if they do. Just don't go to sleep. D up along the perimeter.
Absolutely. Long 3, that's off the mark. Adian battling but could not control. Ichinike, as we've seen all year long, creating some disturbance there with that shot. Doesn't actually,
6-minute mark, Tim.
Didn't actually get the block, but definitely changed his shot. Fight for the ball. Adian will pick it up and got a finger to the eye, look like.
Well, if you get a rebound against Bossier Parish, you've got to battle for it because they are battling to death on the rebounds.
Tough. Here's another jam. This time it's going to be Ichinike, but another great pass.
No doubt. And you see why Wichita State was excited to sign Ichinike.
Boy, he's playing with some inspired effort again tonight. He's a real presence down in the paint, only averaging that at the 9-10 point a game, but man, he's defensively, the rebounding, the blocked shots, he's a game changer. Battle down low, over the top of that.
And he defended that. He did all he could on defending that shot.
Yeah, great job that time by Williams, the center out of New Orleans. He had to have a perfect shot, straight up, good job. Fought through the body. Here's past Robinson. The DN goes up. Can't get the finish. Looked like he was a little bit farther out on the baseline. Tried to jam it and then had to adjust and could not get it.
Exactly. That's a great description of it. Kind of got caught in no man's land about what to do.
So with 4.5 to go, it's a 13-point lead. See if they can finish strong here in this quarter. Or the half, rather.
Ichinike does a great job of going skyborne and getting the rebound.
Playing strong here. Lucky driving. Excuse me, it's Lucky cheating.
He's going to draw the foul on Tim Collins, and I was a little worried that Lucky was trying to do a little bit too much with the basketball there, but he does draw the foul, and he will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 after this timeout at the 4:17 mark, and the Cardinals up 33-20.
Got a timeout on the floor here with the Cardinals leading up by 13, and Trinity Valley ready to extend here to finish this half out. We have a chance to check out the national champion Trinity Valley cheerleaders making their way onto the floor.
11-time national champions and have won the back-to-back titles and going for a three-peat this season, this April, I should say, in Daytona Beach, Florida. course, they're led by a new coach this year, Javante Johnson, who was a cheerleader here himself. I think in 2010, I think was the year he was here. But
I liked your line a couple of weeks back, maybe a month or so ago. By the way, no pressure. We just won back-to-back titles.
yeah,
stepping in. But they haven't missed a beat, and he's doing a great job with the Cardinals and their cheer staff here. So with this media timeout here, the Cardinals are saying, hey, let's keep up the intensity here. Don't take a lapse here. Don't take a look away. Let's keep it going.
Of course, the Cardinals are trying to get back to Hutch in the national tournament for a fourth time in the last 5 years. They went 3 straight years. In the last 3 years, Chris Baum was here, missed last year, but now are putting themselves in a great opportunity and position to maybe get another tournament berth this season.
Playing really well, really well. Cheatham at the free throw line with the 1-and-1 situation.
Now with 3 points in the contest. Came in averaging 5.1. Missed some games at the middle of the schedule.
That one rolls off, hit front iron, then off the back of it, glass, and then would not fall. So a 14-point lead for Trinity Valley. Long three-pointer is good. Count that.
Brandon Moore with just a step-back three-pointer.
Yeah, he had a lot of confidence in the step-back, too.
11-point contest.
No hesitation. Here comes Lucky with a drive, and the offensive foul called against Cheatham.
Opportunity now for Tim for the Cavaliers to finish the first half strong, kind of like the women's team did, and go into the halftime locker room with a lot of momentum on the foreign court.
Yeah, you're really just trying to build moments here, just extend some positives and go into the half feeling pretty good about yourself.
Bossier Parish comes into this contest having lost 7 straight games.
So working hard, playing real strong here against the Cards on the road.
And that's got to be a charge. Yes,
he will draw the charge. Good position from the big fella.
Echenike had perfect position. No doubt about that call. Great call.
You're talking about, that defense would continue to see it happening, just sacrificing the body, getting out. Now you get a picture of Adian working the floor crew on the other end. I didn't see who it was, but one of the Bossier Parish guys was doing it on the other end, and now here we are 94 feet the other direction.
I think the official took over, didn't like the way the job was getting done. So.
He's got something to say to him.
Maybe Adian ought to stick to rebounding.
He's got they shared a moment there. Pretty good smile on the official's face there for a moment afterwards.
Mitchell back into the game for the Cardinals.
He'll bring it up the floor tonight, this time. And
Mitchell with 4 points. He's averaging 20.5 on the season.
See if they can get him going latter part of this half here. They've done a good job the Cavaliers have done a good job of taking the ball out of his hands tonight, not letting him get hot. Here's a 3 on the way. He won't go. Robinson.
It will go, by the way.
Yeah, he said, I'm all about that with a finish for the Cardinals.
He got about 10 feet above the rim, it seemed.
Here's a steal. Here comes the drive from Mitchell up and doesn't get it to go.
But he's hustling back on the defensive end.
Yeah, it's a great effort from Mitchell. 3.
And gets the rebound.
Yeah, gets the rebound all over the floor. And finding Cheatham.
Somebody's going to get them a great player in the Baylor University transfer after his 1 year here at the college.
I'm telling you, he has he's lit it up here. Here's a three-pointer wide open, and boy, he missed that one off the mark.
We've all been there.
Hey, some of us more than others. And I won't mention
Tim Howard,
but some of us more than others.
36-23 Cardinals, 2:17 left in the first half.
So with the final 2 minutes plus 2 and change. You got to finish strong here. If you're Bossier Parish, you're like, hey, man, we're right here nipping at their heels. Let's finish strong ourselves, get it to single digits.
Cardinals led 21-9 at the 11:59 mark of this half.
Really extending that defense all the way around the lip of the perimeter here tonight, working hard. Phillips coming over on the crossover, skip pass. Good D as they get it off with 1 second on the shot clock and then cleared out by a Bargain.
It was a great defensive series for the Cardinals that time.
Because that really wasn't the shot they wanted. They just had to force that one up. Great work there from the Cardinals. 90 seconds to go here in the first half of play.
Yeah, the Cardinals are going to become a little bit more deliberate in their offensive setup here with coming up on a minute, well, just under a minute and a half.
Three-pointer from Parish won't go.
Well, that looked good all the way, didn't it?
It did. Just did not get the drop. There's a block from behind. If you've heard that this year, lift a hand. How about
Ichinike on the block?
Jaime Ichinike, boy. Looks like he's really coming into his own.
He's having a nice game tonight so far, very active. Well, there's that little one-handed shot off the left side, but
just his confidence continues to. Oh boy. That ball's loose on the floor, picked up. Here comes the Cavs. A Bargain swats it away. Here's a pass to Paris. Damari up and won't get it to fall.
Well, a lot of action going on, but not much scoring.
Everybody's busy except the scorer's table. Ichinike pulls down the rebound, clears it out. So 40 seconds to go. They can't milk it all the way out, but they will be very deliberate. 10-second violation. And it's 19 on the board. Wow, that was a quick 10. But it's right there on the shot clock.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm wondering about the reset on that. Because
that was the quickest 10-second count.
Mitchell is.
And he wasn't even guarded.
He's like, I got the ball at the free throw line. I think that was more of a clock situation but I mean, to the officials' credit.
Possession does belong to the Cavaliers.
Yeah, to the officials' credit. He pointed up, he's like, it's 19 right there, it's 11. So, Cardinals miss an opportunity there. Trying to cut into a 13-point lead with 11 on the clock. Won't go. Knocked away. Good hustle from Muhammad. Kick out. 3 on the way. Won't go. A Bargain between two defenders. Pulls it down. Shot from half court.
Oh, the big man almost knocked it down.
Andres with a big smile on his face as he comes off the floor. It's a 36-23 lead at the half. Cardinals up going into intermission.
We are at the half, 36-23. Tim and before we step away for a moment, the Cardinals gave up 16 points in the first half at Parish and just 23 here tonight. That's something that you'll take to the bank just about every time.
Absolutely, and they will try to build on that in the second half as they get off to the lightning quick start here.
We are at halftime. We're going to step away for a few minutes, and we'll be back on the other side to join you for the second half of this Region 14 Conference men's basketball contest between the Cardinals and Bossier Parish. We'll take a look at the Cardinals' first half scoring. They were led by Jaime Ichinike with 8 points. Jerron Freeman had 6 points, so 2 players coming off the bench to lead the Cardinals, Tim. Lucky Cheatham had 3 off the bench. Chuck Mitchell had 4. Lorenzo Phillips had 3. Anderson Bargman had 2. Damari Paris had 5. And Robinson Edahan had 5. So that wraps up the Cardinals scoring in the first half. The Cardinals up 36-23. They led 21-9 with 11:59 left in the first half. Cardinals trying to get to 23-3 on the season and 14-1 in conference play.
Well, you talked about the defense of this team and the way that they've really just, they've been fierce. They've been all over the ball, and that's helped them get out to that lead. As we look at the conference for Region 14 up on the board here, big game tonight for several in this conference.
Well, it is, and I'll be interested to see how the Navarro game over at Corsicana tonight turns out against Paris, because if Michael Lander's squad can win that one, and they need to because they're 7-7 in conference play, it would drop Parish down to 5 losses, and suddenly they're really not much of a factor as far as the Cardinals getting the number 1 seed. So then it boils down to a 2-team race, assuming the Cardinals take care of business here with the Cardinals and Tyler, and you've already defeated Tyler on their home floor in a great overtime game. Tyler comes here on the 28th to wrap up the home portion of the Cardinals schedule. And depending on what happens between now and then, the Cardinals could be in outstanding shape as far as having that number 1 seed going into the regional tournament.
Absolutely, and so be interesting to see how that shapes up by the end of the night. We'll have a better idea, and then there's a big one coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, and as you look at the conference standings, the way I understand it is the top 2 teams in the East Division and the top 2 teams in the South Division, or zones, if you will get the 4 byes at the regional tournament, and then the next team, help me out here, next 8 teams with the best record, regardless of the division or zone, make the regional tournament.
And all of that is, think about a week from now, we're going to have a pretty good idea about moving forward, what everything looks like in Region 14.
we really will. But the Cardinals, all the Cardinals need to do is win. If they win out, there's nothing to be concerned about. Not that there's anything to be concerned about now, but I'm just saying you can make it stress-free on yourself.
And you mentioned this team has been in Hutch they didn't make it last year, but
3 straight years prior to that.
3 straight years, and looking to make a run, really make a strong run here in the latter part of this year. Who knows what March will look like?
You never know, and it's coaches and players, you're not looking that far ahead. We have the luxury of doing that, and can look at the big picture and look at past history, and know what it might take to get there. With the men's league in the NJCAA now going to what the women began 2 years ago, where there's 8 true at-larges being at the national tournament. It just changes the whole complexion, because now you're going to get the top 24 teams in the nation at the national tournament. Now, a league cannot, the way I understand it, a league cannot have more than 3 teams get to the national tournament. So there's that as well.
And the way they've played with the amount of energy and the way they've taken care of business. Coach Furr's got to be really pleased with his team. He told us a few weeks ago, he's like, no one goes through Region 14 unscathed. He says, but man,
matter of fact, when the Cardinals did it 3 years ago. They went 19-0. It's the first time that it's ever happened.
He says it's almost just unheard of.
Well, I say it's the first time it happened with the current makeup of the league. Obviously, San Jacinto won a national title, I think, in '86 or something, and went 36-0. So they went to the league, but the league was not the same teams that it is now, and not set up the way that it is.
It's just such a juggernaut. I mean, you've got talk about a night after night, week after week. You've got always somebody ready to knock you off the perch there. So Cardinals rolling strong right now.
Well, and that's what's very impressive about the Cardinals. They went through the South Zone this year 7-0, and I think it's the 3rd time in 5 years they went undefeated against the South Zone, and that's unheard of in itself.
Yeah, think about that. I mean, that's some good basketball, and talent-rich conference year after year. The history, the tradition of this conference, there's a lot going on here.
Tim, something was kind of sad for me today. They had Dr. Kinzer, our Vice President of Student Services and Athletic Director, asked me to look over the proposed conference basketball schedules for the next 2 seasons. They're going to vote on those this coming Sunday. So I did. And you look on there on the men's side and the women's side, and there's no San Jacinto.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to go, wait, there's a typo here. It just still doesn't seem right. It really doesn't. It's going to be hard to get used to.
The Nation 22-3 overall, 13-1 in conference play. Bossier Parish 14-10 overall, 7-7 in conference play. For the play-by-play of the second half, Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. And I talked about you belling me out earlier. I was watching last week, though. I love this team. The coverage that we get, we are so spoiled.
We really are.
I was at home just checking it out, all by myself, I might add, because no one that, but well done, man. Excellent job. These guys are so much fun week after week, month after month. So glad to be here tonight.
And in talking to John Rennie, the AD and the head women's coach at Bossier Parish before their game tonight, he was commenting on the Cardinals Sports Network and how great a job the guys do. And I told him it's all the guys that do all the technical stuff and the cameras and stuff. You and I just get the fun part and just get to talk about what we see.
Well, Branson one time tried to give me a heads up on what was going on, and I just had to nod my head a lot and smile and go, okay, it's Stratocaster, Telecaster, what? Back to action here as we start the second half.
Hit him with the block.
Nice defense, like right on point. Here come the Cardinals, almost over and back up top to Mitchell rather. Long three. Kind of forced that one a little bit.
Hasn't hit a three tonight. Came in with 49 on the season.
That one almost got away from Tim Collins for the Cavs, but pulled it back in. Bargman way out defending the paint. Nice move, gets him underneath. A foul down low, push. 2 free throws here.
Yeah, got out of position and then was called for the foul, so Muhammad will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He had a very nice first half for the Cavaliers.
So Bargman picks up his first personal foul. First team foul here in the second half. Free throw will not go. Ronald's out.
Yeah, fouls really weren't a factor there in that first half. It was officials really let them play.
Yeah, very physical. As we saw on one of the rejections in the paint early going, kind of set the tone for, hey, this is going to be a lot of body.
But the Cardinals up 36-24, and, Chuck Mitchell's still just with 4 points. So, that's going to turn around, and that's going to be a very positive sign for the Cardinals here in the second half, or it should be anyway.
Good pass down low. Phillips to Bargman, now out for 3. Parish shot won't go. Loose ball, last touched by Adian, I believe.
Credit to Anderson Bargman for trying to keep that rebound alive for the Cardinals. It does go out of bounds off the Cardinals, but not without Andres trying anyway.
So still 36-24. It was a 36-23 halftime mark. So 1 point in the first 90-plus seconds. Knocked away, picked up by Paris, and a foul coming here. Is that on Muhammad?
As Idahan had forced that turnover there, and Parish came up with the steal, and there's going to be a foul charged against the Cavaliers that you mentioned. If you're just now joining us, in the women's game tonight, the Lady Cardinals, the 9th-ranked Lady Cardinals, scored a 72-57 victory over Bossier Parish.
So a 12-point advantage here. Now, Benny, you and I, we never really solidified. I think on Valentine's night, Cardinal Red ought to be worth at least, 5 points, but I don't know if we're going to be able to talk them into it. There's a foul down low.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can talk Bossier Parish into that at all.
Not going to have anything to do with that, but we are glad you're here with us on Valentine's night, checking out the action here.
The Bossier Parish fans that are watching in tonight were screaming at their computer screen when you said that.
So send all hate mail to Benny Rogers. So 12-point advantage here. They've had some wet spots here in this one tonight. And I think one thing, it's easy for us to enjoy a game, watching the game, but you don't realize how much those guys are sweating profusely up and down the floor. They're pouring.
It is physical game in and game out in the Region 14 Conference.
And it's a battle after battle, night after night. There's a shot from the Bargman.
The Cardinals are struggling from the free throw line tonight. They came in hitting 70.6 on the season.
Leaving points on the table there, not able to make the conversion. 36-24. Trinity Valley led by 36-23 at the half and missed them both.
Those do add up.
Slick spot there on the floor, and he went down. The Cardinal cheerleaders are going to go out and work on the other end of the floor right now.
It is going to be charged with the block, with the push.
The Cardinals are giving them a little bit of room to make a run here.
They are.
Got to make an answer. There's a foul coming, so Muhammad, I believe, will be going back to the free throw line. Who's this foul on? It's going to be against Mitchell.
Suddenly that's 3 team fouls against the Cardinals inside, just basically inside the first 2 minutes of the second half.
Wow. Shaping up to be a long second half here. And free throw is good. Gets them to 11. Here comes Jamie Ichinike into the ball game. Jaime had a good first half.
Long way to go. Cardinals up 11. Now 10.
Down to 10 points. So.
Got to get Mitchell going.
Yeah, he's really kind of had a quiet night.
Considering he had 26 against him the first time around.
Definitely made some modifications and adjustments to keep him from going off again.
Oh, no doubt. It's not necessarily because he's playing poorly, because he's not.
Nice touch from Andres Abarglin.
Saw a lot out of him last year as a freshman, not so much this year. His role kind of changed. Last year he was dependent on for more scoring. This year he does some of the blue-collar work inside.
Nice anticipation there. Ichinike stays it, keeps it alive. The pass underneath and the layup is good.
Great job of Bossier Parish that time.
Go back to that far sideline though. How do you want to be on the front row over there with a big 7-footer about to land in your lap?
No doubt.
Good effort though, nonetheless. 10-point advantage, Trinity Valley. 17 minutes to go here in the second half. Right. Knocked away.
Ichinike telegraphed that one.
Yeah, definitely did. Here's a drive, kick out. Muhammad thought about a three, now over to Collins.
Chance for the Cavaliers to get inside double digits.
Backdoor pass, nice. And Abarglin gets up in the air, nothing he can do but give up the foul. Does a good job not to get a three-point play.
That's going to be his second personal foul, 4th team foul. So get ready, folks. I think you're going to see a lot of free throws shot in this second half.
So Mubarak Muhammad, sophomore, going to the free throw line. Cannot get that one to go, so it's still a 10-point lead. Trinity Valley, only 2 points here in the first 3.5 minutes. The bright side is only 6 points for the Cavs, so no real harm, but cut it within single digits. So you got to get the offense going.
You want to stay stress-free.
Thought about
the way you do it.
A bargain, but knocked away. 3-point shot on the way, won't go. Loose ball, it's an offensive rebound. Bossier Parish. Tie-up situation.
They call a jump ball. I think one official was going to call a foul, and they kind of just erred on the side of no harm, no foul. Let's move on.
There's mass substitutions coming in. 3 different Cardinals checking in, so see if they can kind of jumpstart things here a little bit at the 16-16 mark.
Yeah, Guy Ferg going with a shooting lineup, quite honestly, if you look at who's on the floor right now.
It really is. It's kind of getting some scorers on the floor.
This is an interesting combination here.
Pass in and now out. I'm not sure that Ichinike actually got possession. Drive. Pass out to Lucky. Cheatham for 3 won't go. Fight for the loose ball. It's controlled by the Cavaliers. 2 on 3, forcing the action. Now a kick out. 3-point shot on the way. Won't go. Ichinike catches the
This is mine.
Catches the ball on the baseline. A foul push called here.
So we were 36-23 at the half. We are 38-29 presently.
All of a sudden, it's become more of a golf game. I mean, who has the lower scores?
The scoring pace has not been what I thought it would be.
It has really slowed down here in the second half. Long 3-pointer. It is good. Count the basket for Freeman out of Lamarck, Texas.
Now with 3 3-pointers in the contest, 9 points on the game.
Nicely done. At the 15-minute mark, it's 12-point advantage here for Trinity Valley. Extending that D out.
Oh, what a block by Ichinike. Oh, but he goes out of bounds off him.
Ichinike, 2 or 3 times a game, he'll have a moment like that where you're just like, how did he get to that? Because he was just flat-footed. Great position. Doesn't commit a foul.
Yeah, you see those flashes of what Wichita State likes about the young man.
Oh, my goodness. Bullseye there from Ichinike.
Because Muhammad is a very hard young man to defend.
Yeah, he is. We've seen that several times tonight. He's shown a lot of athleticism. Kick out, shot.
Great job of ball movement that time by the Cavaliers.
Dead center bust right there.
McDaniel with the bucket. He averaged 16.1 coming into the contest.
Cheatham looks to the sideline, going to set the table here with Ibarguen coming out top. Now over to Freeman. Robertson.
10 on the shot clock.
Cards want to go. Here's a drive. They're going to call him for steps. We've seen a lot of traveling tonight as a baseline violation.
Chuck Mitchell currently on the bench for the Cardinals with 4 points. I'm going to be real surprised if when he gets back into the contest after this breather, if he doesn't get more involved in the scoring. We've just seen him all season, and just no team has ever kept him down for an entire game.
Yeah, it's very rare that happens.
But Jerron Freeman's had a hot hand for the Cardinals. He's got 3 3-pointers in the contest, 9 points in the game, as the Cardinals lead 41-31 at the 14-12 mark in the second half.
Trying to find that wet spot here on the floor and get it all dried out so we can get rolling here.
Cardinals
game.
Yeah, Cardinals trying to win, Tim, and maintain their 2-game cushion over Tyler. Of course, Tyler's playing tonight at home against Kilgore, and we saw a very scrappy Kilgore team come in here the other night and battle the Cardinals for a half before the Cardinals finally put them away there in the second half.
That is indeed the case. Under 14 to go here in the second half. Cardinals working that defense again. They did a great job of that in the first half, trying to keep the pressure applied here. 3-pointer on the way.
That shot clock was down to 1.
Wow, that's one of those moments in Bossier Parish night that could be a defining moment.
That was great ball movement that time and great patience by the Cavaliers, moving the ball along the perimeter and finding the open man deep in the corner for the 3, and now they are suddenly within 7 points of the Cardinals.
That's a big moment instead of a defensive gem. But here's a 3 on the other end. How about that? Robertson
said, call me a walk-on freshman if you'd like, but I'm going to knock down this 3 from the corner.
Boy, he continues to play big moments here. There's a traveling violation coming. Yeah.
We're going to have a timeout called by Chris Lovell.
And the Cards get it back up to 10. I was about to say is we got a little moment here to talk about it. That 1 second left on the shot clock, and they hit a 3-pointer.
That's just like a dagger, man.
Cuts it to 7, and you're like, man, we played 29 seconds of great defense. But then the big answer on the other.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the important thing of that sequence there, because you could have been down about the 3-pointer that you gave up with 1 second on the shot clock, but you come down and you hit that bucket. Whereas because you flip that, you don't hit it, you give up the rebound, you come down. It's now a 7-point game is down to either a 5-point game or even a 4-point game. So it's just a big swing right there.
Absolutely. A big moment in this contest and big answer for Trinity Valley. I love how you mentioned it. Oh, Robertson said, hey, I stepped up. I've had my moments. And he's making the most of those moments. You know, he's taking advantage of his time on the floor, and that's what you got to do.
He really has had his moments, and he's a streaky shooter. When he hits one, he may follow it up with 2, 3, whatever. But you got sometimes those shooters as well, though they'll try to force some up on ill-advised moments in the game, and you kind of have to keep a handle on that as well.
Been impressed again with Ichinike and his defensive battle, how he's continued to do damage down in the interior, changing shots. Cardinals just they've got an all-around pretty strong squad. When you think about it, your leading scorer has 4 points on the night, and they're still up 10. Still got time to get him going.
Yeah, and Chuck Mitchell is still on the bench as we speak.
We'll see if they can continue to find a different element of the offense here.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Cheatham will get it across to Freeman. Three-pointer right wing won't go, and knocked out of bounds.
Oh, a nice job by Anderson Barwin coming through and knocking the ball off of the Cavalier player. That was Muhammad.
He does so many things like that.
He does.
Unseen.
The little things. He does the little things.
Such an unselfish player, too. I mean, he's
he
just
really
out
is.
there for his.
He really is, because last year he scored more, or at least certainly it seemed like he scored more. He had bigger scoring games. But this year he realizes his role is not that. He's got to get on the boards and do the little things.
Yeah, and he's accepted that and been just.
Somebody's going to get him a real nice player in Anderson Barwin.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of folks in and out of Trinity Valley week after week, and they certainly notice the big 2-0 as well as several other Cardinals that are making the most of their time here in the Valley. So 10-point game, 12:41 to go. Thanks for joining us on the Cardinals Sports Network. Here's Ichinike. Won't go. Bargwin won't go. He gets
there. He is. There's the man.
He said, well, I could put it back and through, or I could get another offensive rebound and put it through. So there's a steal from Jaime, but he stepped on the line.
Gosh, he's having a hard time on that sideline over there tonight.
Yeah, he is. He definitely has kept the crowd entertained over there the whole time.
He's been in their laps a couple of times.
You want to be up close to the action? Yeah. Well, you're right into the action, huh?
Be interesting to see when Chuck Mitchell comes back into the contest. Amari Parish come back into the contest.
Watching Chuck on the sideline, he's over there rooting his teammates on. He's helping direct some traffic stuff. But he's chomping at the bit to get back in there. Shot on the way from defended by a Barber. Good hustle back underneath in the basket. Wow.
Nice job by Cummings, spotting his man underneath.
Cardinals were about to be off to the races on a fast break to the other end, but Cummings had something to say about that. So still a 10-point game. Plenty of time still to go here. 12 minutes, just under the 12-minute mark. There's a foul coming, offensive foul against Lucky Cheatham.
Yeah, trying to do a little too much.
Yeah, that kind of sums it up. Trying to create, got trapped there in the air.
10-point Cardinal lead. Still plenty of time left in this contest for the Cavaliers.
Kick out over on the skip pass. Wholesale substitutions coming. Ichinike clears it down, and about to have 4 fresh Cardinals coming in the ball game. Mitchell is one of them. There's a lot of slippage out there tonight, I've noticed. Cheatham setting it up.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Anticipated that and knocked away. Good play from Muhammad. Stolen. Card's going to have it stolen back on the other end. Here's a good drive through contact.
Ichinike is going to be called for the foul. It's going to be his second personal foul. It's going to be the 16th foul, be a shooting foul. That means that the Cavaliers are shooting the rest of the way, and we're at the 10:48 mark of the second half.
So a lot of free throws about to come down the hatch here.
But you look at the firepower that was on the bench for Guy for about 3 or 4 minutes there, and you still have maintained a 10-point lead. So that's a great job of those young men coming in. That free throw attempt is good, so it's a 9-point lead when they actually come back into the contest.
So everybody's coming out except for Ichinike.
Yeah, there's a lot of firepower on the floor right now. So this is where it's go time if you're the Cardinals. It's time to take off.
So you got Lorenzo Phillips checking in. Damari Paris will be in the ball game. Chuck Mitchell back on the floor, Robinson Adian, and then Jaime Echenike stays on the floor. So 46-38 after the 2 free throws. Foul away from the action here.
It's going to be 14 fouls now against the Cavaliers. You mentioned the Cavaliers will be shooting the 1-and-1 on the next Cardinal foul. Bossier Parish going to press now. 46-38, 10:46 left in the contest. Cardinals trying to get to 23-3 on the season. Fresh 30 on the shot clock.
So ball slipped out of Paris' hands. Now anticipate, here's a
Made the Cardinals sin. You don't throw the ball back towards the goal.
Well, that's down to a 6-point ball game here with 10.5 to go. Now they'll get Phillips in the open court. Past Echenike, goes up. Had it knocked away. Great play defensively. Phillips will shoot and gets the bucket. Lorenzo Phillips with a big-time basket there.
Clutch bucket for Phillips.
My goodness. What about the defensive gem there almost to knock it away from Echenike? Looked like that was a for sure jam. Three-pointer on the way. Back of the rim. Terrace will pull it down, and it has it stolen. Echenike with a foul here.
That's going to be his third personal foul. 17th foul against the Cardinals. 9:54, 1-and-1 for the Cavaliers.
So with free throws coming here, a chance to carve into an 8-point lead. You know, Bossier Parish has refused to go away here. They just keep clawing their way back in it.
Can't let a team hang around on your home floor. They gain confidence as each minute passes by and as they wipe out the deficit.
The first free throw, or the 1-and-1, is no good. Coach, it's like we just gave them 2 points with that, folks. We gave up 2 points, basically. You miss one, you don't get the second one. So Chuck will take the ball from the right wing. Setting the table and a hand check out.
You got to respect what Chuck Mitchell can do with the ball, that sometimes you're going to get that cheap foul like that.
Yeah, with his explosive step, you got to give him that respect. So you're trying to keep him at bay, not let him get that. So we got a media timeout coming here with 9:31 to go. 8-point lead for the Cardinals here. Benny?
Well, my thoughts are it's Chuck Mitchell time.
Yeah.
You've got to get him going. I mean, you got a kid there, no fault of his own necessarily, but he's got 4 points and he averages 20.5. So credit Bossier Parish for doing a great job on him. But a young man like that, it's hard to keep him down for 40 minutes, and you fully expect him at some point in this last 9 minutes and 31 seconds to be a factor in this ball game scoring-wise.
Totally hear you there, and with the huddle, we can look in and see that, you know what, they're saying, guys, we got some work to do here. We still got some time to do it. 9.5 to go. Let's get Chuck, like I said, rolling. Get good things happen when you get your leading scorer in the flow. So that's what they're.
You know, there's no need to panic, but you've got to come down now. You've got to defend like you did so well there in that first half, and do that down this stretch of this ball game, of course, and then you've got to make your offense produce as a result of that defense.
Yeah, and how many points have come up off of those defensive? You tighten the bolts, you extend the D, get that fast break basket, you get the kick out for 3. So many things go through that defensive mindset. I think that's just one of the reminders that they just had. So 9:31 to go. It will be inbounded by Cheatham across to Mitchell. Lucky in the circle. Now kick out, 3 won't go. Oh, Adian with a rim-rocking miss.
Nice job by Phillips keeping the rebound alive, though.
That is knocked out of bounds off of Bossier Parish, I believe.
Yeah, the official in front of the Cardinal bench saw it, too. That's the correct call.
We had a pretty good look at it.
He absolutely did, yeah.
And he was able to help the other officials were looking. looking for some help.
There's a question now on how much time should be on the shot clock, possibly. We're going to stick with the 23 seconds that's up there. Got to get it in.
Got to hurry, yeah, and they do. They'll get that over to Mitchell. Chuck trying to find his way. Here's Phillips swinging that ball around, trying to get some penetration, but good job. Here's Lucky for three. Lucky Cheatham for three. How about that?
Now with 6 points in the contest, and Cardinals needed that one.
That was big. And that ball is loose on the floor. Picked up, bodies flying. Nice drive, Muhammad lays it up. Nice finger roll. Can he create or what?
That young man's got some game.
That's a nice move from the very agile physical player. Splits him. Ball's loose, knocked away. Cavs with the ball. 3-on-1. Alley-oop off the glass. And it's a 9-point game. 7-point game. Robinson to Barglin, a lazy pass. Barglin travel coming here.
Yeah. He only took 3 steps now.
His steps are bigger than ours, but
we got a 7-point ball game, folks. At the 8-19 march, a lot of action there, but not any scored, and that's the problem that's hurting the Cardinals right now.
That's one of those moments where you just
Robinson's eyes got about this big when he saw that free pass to the goal.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those moments that he's going to regret a little bit of here. But
he was thinking thunderous dunk right there.
Absolutely. Here's the ball loose. It's picked up. There's a foul coming on number 2, Collins. Tim Collins going to be whistled.
That's the 16th foul now against the Cavaliers, so suddenly the Cardinals will be in the 1-and-1 on the next foul by the Cavaliers. But the bigger issue at hand, Tim, is a 7-point lead that you're trying to nurse home now at the 8:08 mark.
And they've never really gotten Mitchell on track tonight. He's got 4, but you'd love to see him kind of light it up over the next few moments.
He's playing great defense, and he's doing some little things, but his shot just hasn't fallen. The few shots that he's actually taken.
Offensive foul coming, I believe, on a Barglin. Down low, let's see.
It's going to be his 3rd.
Yeah, it is.
It will not be a shooting foul because it's an offensive foul. But it does give the Cavaliers a shot here now, just down 7 points to cut into that lead at the 8-minute mark.
Coach Furr kind of just shook his head there as he takes a seat on that bench there. Knows it.
Boy, sometimes it's hard to close out a conference race when you've got a pretty comfortable lead, and you drop one game to a team that's 7-7 in conference play, and boy, that's just like giving up 2 games almost.
It really is. There's a 3-point shot, won't go. Phillips could not control it. Good defense over on that far sideline. Barglin working hard and knocked away. Mitchell driving up and putting it through. That's the kind of thing you just described about his defense, and it led to a fast break on the other end. Good effort.
That was impressive.
9-point lead now, 7:20 left in this contest. Cardinals D not existent at that time.
Not at that time, yeah.
It's just like they got tripped up in the congestion. Good effort. Pass underneath, and Barglin draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, the Cardinals are living on the edge of getting the ball across the timeline within the 10 seconds, and then they're like.
Phillips had a guy right on the edge the whole time, about to knock it away, and just missed it by a skosh.
Well, Barglin's got to hit these free throws now. He missed 2 his last time up.
Yeah, these are going to be huge down the stretch. The first one is good.
Now with 7 points in the contest, averaging 10.5 on the season.
You look up on the board, just pretty evenly balanced lineup tonight. 6,
it really
6,
is.
5, 7, and 5. It's that one to fall, so that'll give him 8. Leading scorer on the floor for the Cardinals.
9-point Cardinal lead.
Battle down in the paint. Oh, nice defense from Andres. Got a block. Here's a pass underneath. And that's a bucket for Muhammad.
One thing about it, I think we've become certain now that the Cavaliers are going to battle to the very end, of course, and you'd expect that they would, and they're within 7 points at the 6:40 mark.
Yeah, they are right there within striking distance. Trinity Valley cheerleaders about to come out on the floor. We'll get a chance to watch them here and catch our breath for a moment.
I would be in traction for weeks. That's what I would be doing right there.
Benny, you're trying to get me to doze off too early there. So with a 7-point advantage here, this has been a fun battle all the way around the block tonight. Bossier Parish and Trinity Valley going at it.
And the battle's just beginning, too. I have a feeling because the Cardinals have really got to find some offensive consistency, a word we used a lot in the Lady Cardinal game down this final stretch here. And they've had some scoring opportunities they haven't capitalized on here in the last couple of minutes, and that's why they've got a 7-point game on their hands.
Absolutely. So up the floor, here comes Mitchell. He'll set the chessboard here. Trying to free up Phillips over in that left corner. Good job by Bossier Parish to eliminate.
Bossier Parish playing with a lot of confidence right now defensively.
Stolen away right on cue. Here come the Cavs, 2-on-1. That is out of bounds off of the Cavs.
Nice job by the Cardinals of defending the break that time, forcing the turnover. I didn't see that one being a possibility.
No, he didn't bite on the head fake, stayed with him, and great job down the stretch. So Cards earn a break there.
Trying to hang on, Tim.
Kick out, thought about three, driving. Cheatham, shot won't go.
Well, they're going cold at the wrong time in this game. They better keep defending.
He was trying to draw contact, never came, and that affected the shot. There's a Bargland defending and a foul coming here. So Bossier Parish has found something. They are attacking the basket, and here comes, looks like the Cards are going to.
Ichinike is going to check back into the contest, and I can see this as being a good move by Guy Furr.
About to say, you see him really attacking the basket. Now Coach Furr says, hey, let's get Ichinike back in there. So had a little time to rest, and you know the presence he is.
He missed the free throw. The Cardinals have 19 fouls, so the Cavaliers are in the double bonus the rest of the way. Cardinals are shooting in the 1-and-1 on the next foul by the Cavaliers, and you got to hit your free throws now. And as you saw, Bossier Parish missed that first one by Moore. He came in averaging 12.7 points on the season.
See what they can do here with a chance to draw within 6, and they missed them both. Last touch
out
by
of bounds
the Cavs.
off the Cavaliers. Man, free throws are just costing the Cavaliers here down the stretch as they try to close this deficit.
That has got to be so frustrating for that staff.
Cardinals have got to get a good look here, Tim, and get a good shot, knock it down. More
they have not had much success here in the second half. Here's a pass down low. That's about as point blank as it gets. Inside pass to Ichinike. How about the entry level?
Now with 10 points.
Nice pass down low.
He's the Cardinals' leading scorer on a balanced scoring effort, but he's got 10 points.
See if the D can come to life again. Working hard.
Oh, there's that man. I guarantee that man's a first-team all-conference player, or certainly is tonight anyway.
Muhammad playing strong in a 6'8", 225 frame, and he worked his way all the way to the glass.
Under 5 minutes.
Got a block there, but a foul before.
That'll send Mitchell to the free throw line.
Mitchell maybe gets it going here at the free throw line, really lights things up in the last 4:55 if he can get a couple of things going at the line.
He certainly got to hit his free throws here because you want to keep that cushion.
Absolutely. 7 with a chance to make it 9.
Got to keep D'ing up and not give up the easy penetrations down low and don't go to sleep on the backside.
It's the first one to go.
Now with 7 points in the game. Had 4 in the first half.
2 for 2 on that trip, so it's back up to the 9-point lead. 8 points in the contest. Almost had that one knocked away. Cards going into a little bit of a press here at half court. Phillips challenging. Here's a 3 on the way. That won't go. Fight for the ball. It's loose. Picked up. Here comes the speed of Mitchell. All the way up. Strong shot is blocked. The putback by Robinson. Adian. So count the basket. Nicely done.
Nice exchange for the Cardinals, and there's Phillips with a steal.
Up top, the shot is good. That's just confidence Freeman had that Mitchell would be there.
You know that button we talked about in the women's game?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Pass off on the left baseline. Adian challenged him. And we got a timeout after the made basket. The Cavaliers are going to take one here. So 11-point lead. Man, that was a flurry of action in like 45 seconds.
It was a great exchange for the Cardinals, and it was all defensive generated too, Tim.
Absolutely. So with 4:04 to go in this one, Benny, you got to just close it out. You and I have talked about the closeout, the art of the closeout. It's not
easy.
No, it's not.
That's a game and a conference race in itself. And that's one of the things we talked about earlier is where the Cardinals have got themselves positioned. At this point, it's not about style points any longer. It's about getting the W's.
Absolutely. You got to, we talked about a shot earlier that it wasn't the prettiest, but it still counted like 2 points, right?
Right.
That's what this is. If you gut it out, you grind it out, whatever it takes, but get that W, protect home court advantage.
Oh yeah, you got to do that. You can't consider yourself a major player, drop a game at home to a team that's 500 in the conference race. A good, talented team. I'm not taking anything away from them, but they are 7-7.
Right.
They have lost 7 in a row coming into tonight's game.
And they've done a good job to take Mitchell out of the plane.
Oh, they really have. He's got 10 points now, a quiet 10 points, but you just see
it's a different night for the Cardinals.
He's contributing in different ways tonight.
Yeah, and they come in. Trinity Valley comes in averaging right at 88.5 a game, 89 points a game, and here you are with 4 to go. You're at 63. So great effort defensively. Looking at a full-court press, they get it to Phillips. And
he got bailed. He was about to turn the ball over.
He really did.
And they'll be shooting free throws as well, be a 1-and-1 for the Cardinals.
Wow, that is a tough moment there. Looked like he was about to have that ball stolen away.
Oh, he was. He absolutely was.
Because Adian. So Phillips will go the free throw line here with a chance to add to an 11-point cushion. We got a lane violation.
No, we got worse than that. We got a foul.
Oh, man.
Edahin's going to be called for the foul, and that's just so costly because it sends the action to the other end of the floor at the free throw line with the clock stopped.
There are free throws on one end. Instead, they go the other way because of a free throw opportunity now for the Cavaliers.
Brandon Moore at the free throw line. He gets this one to fall.
It's back to a 10-point game with 4:02 to left. Trinity Valley coming in on the night, 13-1 in conference play. Misses the second one. Ichinike pulls it down.
Great job of breaking the press.
In conference play. Ichinike, here's Phillips pleading for the ball, saying, hey, let's set it down.
Very smart by the Cardinals of kicking that ball back out front.
Be patient. Get a good look, and I think we talked about this in the ladies' game. You don't want to go to sleep, but at the same time, you want a good look.
You don't want to turn it over.
Off the leg of Mitchell.
You can't put it in a deep freeze, but you can use a little clock, and I'm sure this is why Guy Ferg wants to use this timeout here.
Remind everybody of responsibilities, and hey, let's, like you said, we don't have to throw this thing in the deep freeze, but by all means, we don't have to rush it either.
Let's set things up here, Tim. With timeouts left, the Cardinals have 5. Bossier Parish has 1 left. Possession arrows pointing in the direction of the Cavaliers, so they would have the ball on the next held ball.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very tough row to hoe here with only 1 timeout left. So they're trying to get as much done in these timeouts as they can to remind their players.
I'm guessing we'll see the Cardinals shoot a lot of free throws here down the stretch as the Cavaliers are going to try to stop the clock that way and hope the Cardinals miss.
Absolutely, and kind of extend this game, so to speak, with possessions. Cardinals cheerleaders are just
wearing me out.
Man, look at that.
Such great athleticism.
Yeah, I mean, the floor exercises alone, just of how they handle themselves, you know, the tumbling and all of, I don't know the technical terminology, but man, it's impressive.
All you got to know is 11 championships.
I was going to say.
Back to back,
that's amazing. Amazing stuff. And they make it look easy.
Yeah, they do.
It's the hard.
Resuming play after the timeout, the Cardinals lead 63-53. 3:39 left in this one. The Cardinals following a turnover. Call the timeout to kind of reset the things, tighten things up defensively, know what they're going to expect them to do offensively.
Coach Chris Lovell talking to his squad, saying, man, we got to just get hot here, get things going, and then work defensively. Speaking of defense, how about that knockaway? And I had to hurry.
And they did.
They got it over with a second left.
Got to be a charge.
Bargain gets it done.
Yeah, Bargain was plainly set. There's no doubt about that.
So that'll be Muhammad is pleading for the basket to count. Saying the ball had left his hand before the charge. And I believe
the official is emphatic with his call.
Yeah, Mitchell was out saying he was outside the cylinder too. He was outside the.
I think the official got a little irked that one of the Bossier Parish players was trying to, in his mind, correct the call.
Maybe so. He definitely had a little extra energy.
He definitely did. When he re-emphasized his call.
It's like the little T-ball umpire who's like, strike three, you're out.
Yeah.
You know, the really 5-year-old.
Gets into it. 5-year-old starts crying.
Yeah. The steps called here.
Wow. Well, I'm going to tell you, I read Chris Lovell's lips. Yeah. He said makeup call.
Yep.
He knew that wasn't a travel, and that was a makeup call.
Yeah.
Well, it says a lot about him for being able to recognize that and say it.
Yeah, it's a good eye, too, but exactly what he said. There's a shot on the way up. Cylinder rolls and goes through. So it's down to 8 points. Card's going to have to break the press, and they'll have a chance. Here's a bar going underneath. Drawing contact. What a shot.
Freeman now with 11 points in the contest, the Cardinal leading scorer.
Defense off the shoulder, out of bounds.
And Freeman calls that.
Freeman is on fire. The freshman from Lamar, Texas.
Well, that's the best thing about it, that FR beside his name, Tim.
He's just going to get better. And, boy, it looks super strong down the final stretch here with 3:03 to go.
Now you start getting more deliberate if you're the Cardinals. Again, it's just a 10-point game, so you're not out of the woods.
Yeah, you don't.
But you don't want to put the ball up with, 17 seconds left on the shot clock.
In the hands of Chuck Mitchell. Mitchell working that left. Swats away the defender.
10 on the shot clock.
10 to go. Kick out. Phillips over in the corner. 3 from Freeman. Count! The basket from Jerron Freeman. Nicely done. Here's a baseline drive. Kick out with 3. Thought about it. Now going to step inside. Here's a 3 from the right circle. Won't go. Loose ball picked up by the Cavs and counting. So it's down to 11 points and a foul coming here. Paris.
Wow, Jerron Freeman. Hello, young man.
He had the touch, did he not?
He's got 14 points in the game. He's got 4 3-pointers in the game. He's the Cardinals' leading scorer.
Freeman stepping up and just making it happen. And I think I loved the confidence after it left his hand as much as anything. There was no doubt in his mind.
None in his mind at all.
And popped the bottom of the net, bringing some string music.
2:14 left in this one. The Cardinals up 11. Chance to extend it with Damari Parish at the free throw line. Damari now with 5 points in the game.
Gets that one to fall.
Came in averaging 12.5, but you've got a player like Jerron Freeman who has picked it up tonight and is offset Mitchell not having his top scoring night and Parish not having his average night.
Yeah, you think about what Freeman did, that bingo jackpot over on that right side, nailed it. And now a couple of free throws. You're looking at a 13-point game with 2+ to go.
Nice step back jumper.
Nice touch there. That's Zach Cummings, the guard from Huntington Station, New York. Phillips in traffic. Has it stolen away. Here's the basket, down now to a 9-point game. Freeman in the corner. Off of his knee, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be.
Press has really caused the Cardinals problems here tonight.
So it's a 9-point game with 1:46. The Cavaliers with the basketball.
That's a 3-possession game. 3 stops followed by 3 3-pointers, and you've got business there.
So here comes Cheatham back into the ball game. He'll come on for Paris.
Thing about it is, if you're Chris Lovell, you've only got 1 timeout left too, so you've got to be really have a good understanding when you want to call it possibly and where this comeback leads.
And the paint shot is good. Down to 7. 1:40 to go. In trouble in the corner. Here comes Mitchell. Phillips breaks it. He's going up with a finger roll. It's good. Count the basket. So that'll help get you back up to a 9-point advantage.
Phillips with 8 points in the contest.
Really extending the defense out here are the Cardinals. Baseline jumper won't go. Bargman will pull it home. Fake from Mitchell. Phillips eyes up. Bargman in the lane. They'll kick it out. Thought about a 3. Smartly pulls it down. Runs some clock. So with under a minute to go and a 9-point advantage, Cardinals are going to let them draw the foul here. They'll go to the free throw line. It's Phillips.
If Cheatham had to put up that 3-pointer, I think we would saw what kind of vertical leap Guy Fur has off the bench because he would go.
Well, I'm not sure what he has, but I'll go ahead and add another 6 feet to it with that because yeah, it's definitely. He was saying, hey, we're going to run some clock here. And he almost pulled the trigger, but he thought, no, I'm not going to do that.
What they say about discretion.
Yeah, absolutely. Miller's about to check into the ballgame. He comes on for Bargman. Great effort tonight from the big fella, number 20, Andres Bargman.
And we'll wrap up the scoring as soon as the game's over, but it's been just an unbelievable balanced scoring act by the Cardinals tonight.
Totally, it really has. So second free throw is no good, but off the Cavaliers. They're going to overrule them, I think. They said it was off of Trinity Valley, but now it's going to be a correction. Cardinal
it is going to go the Cardinals' way. Yeah, that was a good call by the official from the outside.
Had a better angle from his point of view. Phillips will run a little clock here. Mitchell, he's going to be fouled with 45 seconds to go.
Well, not who you want to send to the free throw line.
And he's sitting at the 10-point line. Just kind of a quiet night for him, but you know what? You talked about he's done so many things.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And still, you know, a win is a win is a win. If you get out of here with a win tonight,
oops,
you'll take it.
Got to hit your free throws. Mitchell with 10 points in the contest.
Gets that one to fall. So now 10-point advantage, 45 seconds to go. Pass in the paint, shot on the way, blocking, count the basket in a three-point play the good old-fashioned way.
Yeah, that's a good call there. Lorenzo didn't have a chance to get really his feet established or anything, and he's going to be called for the blocking foul. Chance at a three-point play, 40.7 seconds left.
Been impressed with his night tonight. Muhammad is, I don't have a total on his points, but it seems like he's
had a great
played well.
He's played well. He really has.
So with 40 seconds to go, this will pull it within an 8-point lead if he can hit this. Official had something to say to a couple of players out there. So Miller Phillips passing it off. Here comes Mitchell. He'll draw the foul and back to the free throw line. He's quietly sneaking up a little closer to his average here if he puts a few more free throws on.
Yeah, it needs to hit these 2 free throws too, just to keep this from getting even more interesting, because I mean it's an 8-point game.
Yeah, and anything can happen with that three-pointer. So with 33.1 to go, gets that one to fall. They give him 12 on the night.
He may get to his average in free throws here in
That's what I was
this final
beginning to
33
think.
seconds.
Gets that one to fall. Gets the basket on the unopposed lane. Phillips will inbound over to Mitchell. Excuse me, that was Cheatham. Here's Mitchell. Kick out. Freeman was thinking about it. He said, no, I'm not going to do that. So they will dribble it out. And that is how this one will end tonight. 76-68, the final. Trinity Valley over Bossier Parish.
Bossier Parish falls to 14-11 on the season, 7-8 in conference play. The Cardinals, the 7th-ranked team in the nation, improves to 23-3 overall, 14-1 in conference play. Listen to this balanced scoring for the Cardinals, folks. Cheatham 6, Mitchell 13, Phillips 9, Freeman 14, Roberson 3, Ibargwin 8, Echenike 10, Parish 7, Idahan 7. There's not a coach in America that wouldn't take that every night out.
I'm telling you, they cashed in all the way around about as evenly matched as you can on a balanced scoring sheet. So congrats, Coach Furr.
That's going to wrap it up from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, folks. And be reminded, we'll be with you Saturday afternoon for a doubleheader as the Cardinals and the Lady Cardinals are at home against Panola. Games at 2 and 4 p.m. You know where to find us on the web, and we hope that you'll join in. So for Tim Howard and the talented Cardinal Sports Network team, this is Benny Rogers bidding you good night from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.